There's a chance I'll be arrested or worse for this post. So I'll say to my darling Aurora, if anything should befall me before I can see you again for what I'm about to say, I'm sorry that we couldn't share all the wonderful adventures we're bound to have together. A whole life of peace and joy and play and love. Anyway, back to it. Over the course of my life, I've come to firmly understand my place in society, whether that be locally, nationally, globally, or even cosmically. Through years of drugs, meditation, and just generally being a hippy-dippy piece of shit, I've attuned myself to the flow of the universe. Not to sound verbose or grandiose, as I know I'm nothing special. I am just you, and you are just me. We are experiencing each other. We're experiencing ourselves through each other's half-blind eyes. We all have our roles, and we all play our parts. Much like a stand-up comedian, or a comedian in general, I'm an arbiter of truth. Whether it be ugly, beautiful, honest, or even corrupt, I will root out truth and expose it. I would tell you my deepest, darkest, innermost secrets if I thought you could get a cheap 2-second laugh. In another life, I'd have made a good comedian, I think. I've never been able to explain why I'm like this. It's as the cliche goes, or the philosophy goes, I think, therefore I am. But if you delve, properly delved into the recesses, you will know that life itself is just one big massive feedback loop. Just this horrendous expansion of nothingness. God, it's terrifying and awe-striking in equal measure. We are all well aware that we are life feeding off of life in a never-ending cycle of evolving entropy. There are always ebbs and flows, highs and lows, ups and downs, however you want to say it. Yes, we have warred and killed and done horrendous things in the past as a species, and guess what? We're doing it again. As I said at the beginning, in another life, I'd just be some portly labourer or comedian or even just a barman at your local pub, looking after my daughter and being a silly dad and trying to make people laugh around me. But unfortunately, in my lifetime, an evil has become so apparent that it has compelled me to become a completely different person. Where once stood James Dunn, class clown, SoundCloud rapper, doting dad, something else has emerged. A counterweight to the fucking god-awful darkness that is enveloping this planet and the pathetic politics behind it. This pattern has been repeating for as long as our cultures have gained sentient cooperation or antagonism. But now I am filled with the overwhelming and resolute determination to say that Israel should not exist and does not have a right to exist. It is a blot on this planet, a cancer. Yes, there are people who speak out against them, but that is not enough. This is beyond diplomacy, beyond politics, beyond words. This is primordial. This is something deep down in our very guts, and everyone can feel it. I can. I know you can. Like I say, the head will take over. We'll all try to talk reasons around why no one should ever make a statement like the one I just did. But there is no logic or reason to be found anymore. Quite fundamentally, the structure of value on this planet has been so corrupted from the top down that it is now impossible to fix things without complete societal collapse. Which is why this sick house of cards still stands. Because of those coin clippers, those goblins. And don't you dare try and tell me I'm being bigoted or ignorant. I have given every concession to every living life form I've come across. I've suffered abuse, loss. Hell, I live with about 200 spiders. But no level of compassion or tolerance can abide this any longer. The synagogue of Satan is real. And listen, I respect real Jews. Honestly, I do. As you can tell from the way I'm speaking, I admire all attempts to understand this cosmic vibration we get to experience as an existence. However, one life form that evolved, possibly the first, has co-opted the name of a beautiful spirituality, or they actually believe the big guy up there is picking favourites. He isn't. They have indebted every other life form and their offspring into servitude for the rest of time to come. Our lives are not our own. We are Akalim, cattle to be farmed for our value. So now I will come once again to the thing that will either get me in trouble, arrested, killed, for anti-Semitism, whatever you want to call it. But we need to purge the bankers and evildoers once and for all. Whether imprisonment or death, it matters not at this point. This cancer will keep on growing. It has become accepted amongst everyone that yes, some people are rich and some people are poor. This isn't about that. That's fine. All 99% of us want to do is simply exist with as little resistance as possible, to have dignity in our everyday life. And there's only one group of people that would not let the planet evolve, because it means they'll lose the reins of this ship that they've piloted for so long. So A, we either devalue gold, or B, Israel agrees to wipe everyone's debts and discard the unlimited blackmail they have on everyone. I mean, look at who owns everything. Or there's, the third option no one wants to discuss. All I ever wanted to be was James Dunn, a little attention-seeking, lonely stoner kid into his comics. Instead, I had to become the Hemp Valkyrie and lay absolutely everything on the line. I am willing to die for this. Unlike some. Maybe for the last time ever, or at some point in the near future. Peace, respect and harmony. Everybody love everybody. And free Palestine for the sake of all our souls.